Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me on a very exciting day, the time to collect my first Lamborghini. We're here in the Shmuseum, the other cars are all around, but we are heading over to Lamborghini Pangbourne to pick up the Lamborghini Huracan STO, the very bright, crazy, leery specification, a car that I configured last year, have been waiting for, and it's now touched down earlier than expected, ahead of some pretty cool stuff to come. I can't wait to get over to Pangbourne to see this for myself for the first time. I've seen some teaser photos, but today is collection day of my first Lambo. It's always a very bright and colourful place here at the Shmuseum, and the STO is going to fit right in with all of the other shades on the cars, although there is one colour that has always been a notable absence, and that's what I've chosen for the STO, which will go right there in Viola Bast, this very metallic pinky purple shade. We've got the paint sample here from Ad Personam, and that's going to be complemented with a contrast in bright yellow, which won't be done initially. I'll explain more about that later on and how we're going to go about it. But I like my cars in two colours, the dual tone blue of the Senna, the red and gold on the GT. We've got the purple and silver on the LT, the blue and orange on the GT8, and the STO is going to be no different, but very, very bright later on today when it's back here. We've also added to the Cheers by Shmee 150 shop this new design that coincides with the arrival of the STO on the channel in the final look, and these are going to be limited to just 75 shirts. So get them while you can. We've got a few other designs as well, t-shirts, hoodies, and plenty more to check out at Cheers by Shmee 150. We've also got the plates here, SH10 MEE, the 10 of course representing the V10 engine, back in the collection after about a decade since I sold my old R8 V10, with a bit of a quote down below from Ferruccio Lamborghini, the founder of the company himself. You think about making tractors, we know how to make cars. It is going to be time though. I think today we're going to be heading out in the G63. The weather is unfortunately horrendous. We're going to be getting the car trailered back here before it will get the yellow accents done, then go to Topaz for a PPF, and then the adventures begin, like the Nurburgring, like traveling. We will see what we can do. Today is the day we've been waiting for, Huracan STO collection day. Let's get ready and get on the road. It's time then to get the G63 out onto the road. This car has been to collect quite a few new additions to the Shmeemobiles over the last couple of years. Let's start it up. Sounds like a beast. So, it's an hour or so over to Lamborghini Pangbourne. I can't wait to see this myself for the first time. We do not have far to go now, and thankfully it's actually turned into a reasonably pleasant day, which is a nice surprise. So I am going to do the good old pop of this car into individual mode just to be a little bit hilarious with it. And actually it'll be interesting to see how this actually stacks up to the STO and the noise stakes a little bit later on, although we might have to run in the STO's engine. Of course, it is a brand new car. It needs to be driven in for a couple of miles beforehand. But as the road opens up and the foot goes down, it's wrong that a box like this gets a move on like that. Anyway, literally 5 or so minutes to go, and then we're going to see the new car. There's quite a fun story about the dealership, which is just up here ahead of us. If you rewind back about 10 years, this was Broughton's Bentley, where a certain V8 Vantage Roadster had been traded in against a Continental GT, which is the car that I've just bought back again. It's since been acquired by H.R. Owen, and we have the Aston Martin Bentley and Lamborghini dealerships, where there is clearly an STO inside the showroom window. I can see the STO badging, I can see that very, very distinct wing shape. This is so cool. There's another one back there as well. Plenty of other cool cars. Craig's inside teasing. Right, let's park up. Maybe even right here and go have a look at that. Back here then in the showroom at Lamborghini Pangbourne, and in just a second, we're going to have a look at that. In the meantime, over towards this side, we have the Huracan Evo Spider, we have the Aventador SV Roadster in blue Nethans, that's very cool, one of 500, and then we have Pangbourne's STO, which I've seen a few times. This is Verde Citrea, a very, very bright metallic green, looks awesome with the orange accents, because the STO's track car, right? It's extreme aero, it's crazy, it's wild, and that's why I've gone for the spec on this that I've gone for, and we'll have a quick look with the sunny side over here, sneak peek under the cover at what this looks like. This is going to be cool. Right, should we get the cover off fully? We're here then with Craig in the Ad Personam studio, and we've just done all the paperwork.
We have. Exciting times. And now I'll show you what we have got here and a bunch of goodies. So we have 3 keys with the Lamborghini.
That's quite unusual.
And also this key for the Cafango. The other one is in the car. And then in this little box is the valet key, just to keep it safe.
What does the valet key allow you to do?
So the valet key allows you to gain access to the vehicle, but you cannot start the car with the valet key.
So not a valet to park up the car, a valet to let somebody go and get something from the car.
Correct, exactly that.
It's all very nicely presented.
Yeah, and then your invoice and bits are in here.
All the fun stuff.
Interior cleaning kit, trickle charger, but I don't think you might not need that, because hopefully you're going to be driving.
We'll use that for sure.
I thought you were going to be driving your car so much you won't need it.
I'll try my best.
And then the bag for the car cover, the indoor car cover.
So it's quite fun that it comes with a car cover, although the funny thing is, obviously with the Cafango, there's not a lot of space in the STO, so you can't fit the car cover easily.
Behind the seats.
If it's behind the seat?
Behind the seats.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. And then this, I want to talk about this, because this is really quite nice.
Yeah, so this here is a plaque that you're supposed to get on the birthday of the car, so a year down the line. So 12 months down the line, there should be a STO equivalent. You open this up and it's lovely presented. It shows you the firing order of the cylinders of the V10 engine.
It's really nice, just like the plaque that you have within the engine bay on the top of the engine itself.
And it looks great to maybe have it on the desk.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm going to have like right in my office when it's set up at the garage. I like all of this is presented. It's all really nice. Yeah, this is quite a big moment. Actually, I think we should just say for a minute.
Yeah.
Buying this car from you here after we met 7 years ago or so.
Yeah, August 2014. It was a quiet Saturday. Sun was shining, and we invited you down to come and have a drive of the car.
And the Huracan, when the Huracan was brand new.
Yeah.
First time I'd been in one.
Yeah, chassis 365. It was a white 610 with Mimas wheels, race exhaust, and you were the first to drive it.
I love that you remember the specs. So ever since that day, I promised Craig that when the time came that I would buy a Lamborghini, I was coming to you to buy it.
I'm a happy man.
Thank
you very much.
The day has arrived.
It's great. I'm a happy man.
Should we go get the cover?
Yeah, let's undress it.
Let's do it. At this moment in time, I have not seen this car any more than the sneak peek we just had. It's time to pull this back, isn't it?
Let's do it.
Let's reveal the STO. Carefully does it.
Slowly, tantric.
Ooh, this is insane. Look at that colour.
Yeah. It's the first time I've seen this colour in the flesh, and I am blown away by it.
Wow.
So rich.
Wow. That is a colour that only a Lamborghini can wear. And what a job it does of it. Look at this. This is insane. Viola Bast paint, all of the satin carbon fibre, the black wheels, satin black wheels, the yellow calipers which match with the yellow inside and the plans for the extra yellow on the outside. That is bonkers. That is absolutely crazy in the best possible way. My goodness. I didn't think it would look that good. I knew it would look really good. But, whoa. I've had a couple of minutes now looking at the car, and it is shocking, but in the best way. This thing looks awesome. We need to head around it though and have a look at the side, the back, inside, and it's fascinating how much darker the colour gets in the shadows, as you see it around here, a much darker purple. Is it unlocked at the moment?
It now is.
Oh, perfect. We can check this out. Brand new. Look at this. With the new seat that they made specifically, and Craig, we went backwards and forwards on the interior spec of this.
Yeah, we certainly did, but I think we've made the right choice. Less is more.
So I just added the small pinstripe detail around the seats and a stitch across the dashboard, basically because the exterior color is so wild. We didn't really need to go so wild on the inside. It's easy to almost turn it up too far.
And it's nice that we've matched the interior carbon fibre to match the door panels and also the exterior carbon fibre.
There's a whole lot of carbon going on in here, and Alcantara, which I always love so much. The full carbon door cards look insane, and the door pulls. That's really, really nice. Wow. Wow, this is, like, I'm a little bit speechless. This is quite crazy. And then around towards the back of this car, ooh, look at that, the wing. Yeah, there are a couple of different positions, aren't there?
Yes, 3 different modes. We've left it in medio, where it's currently set, and you can reduce the gap on the wing depending on downforce and how you want it.
It's the middle section. The
Correct.
middle section pivots.
Yes. So this will then get closer. So as you move it up, it will leave a smaller gap at the top.
Yeah, it gets a little bit more
Give you
pitch,
more
downforce.
Exactly.
The back of this is so cool. The evolution of the Huracan design. The STO, I love the STO.
The quality of this is really, really nice. It's aluminium.
And look here behind the tyres. That's cool, the openings that you have at the back.
Yeah, you just don't want anybody to follow too close to you because it likes to shoot stones at your...
And this is where everybody says, you're going to put an exhaust on it. You don't really need an exhaust on one of these.
No, and you can clean your exhaust at least. There's nice access here.
Oh yeah, true. You can see straight and don't want to burn your hands on that. I'm amazed they're allowed to do that, to be honest. This is... I don't know what to say. I'm honestly just awestruck by this.
It looks good enough to eat.
Yeah, something like that. It looks like a sweet wrapper or something.
Yeah.
This level, I mean, look up close at the paint here. Look how glittery it is, the metallic. What a colour, what a colour. And I love how you can see through the cover here that you lift off with the tool. Obviously seeing the bronze topper of the 5.2 litre V10 back there. This is going to be so fun. Yeah. This is so cool. Oh, that sounds ridiculous. Obviously now we've got the valves running. But that startup noise of the V10, that is a ludicrously loud factory system as it emerges out of the showroom. And look at how much the colour changes. It's so much more purple outside. That's actually crazy to see the difference instantly. We don't have the sun out in full force at the moment, but no doubt we will in a little bit. That car is just mental. I'm at the moment a little bit speechless that I've actually bought a car in that specification. It is totally crazy, but so infinitely cool. I am loving this. The small little revs are so loud. Before we load up my car, we're going to take a quick listen to this STO, which actually has an Akrapovic exhaust system, and you can even see back here the titanium right in there. So let's take a listen to it then with the startup. That's interesting, it's quite a different noise. Sounds all right. The stock one sounds good. It's interesting how that's a little bit higher pitched, which is kind of intriguing. Wow. And it does look really cool when you look back through here at all of the blue titanium. It would only be right then to come and take a seat on board the STO. Door handles pop out. We've got the new seats. We've got all of this lovely carbon fiber. We've actually got the cover half on the car at the moment. But here we are, 30 miles on the dash, brand new. I'm very pleased I went for the carbon fiber air vents, all of the stuff loaded up in here as well at the moment. And these new seats, this mixture of sporty bucket, but still with some adjustability. The dark chrome that I opted for all of the finishing pieces, the switches, and the steering wheel with the black Alcantara with the yellow 12 o'clock stripe and the yellow cross stitching around. And look at that, look at the viola bast that you see in the door jambs and the door sills. That's so cool. This car is madness. The fun moment of the car heading just to the trailer then, to get loaded. This is so insane. In it goes then to the transporter, ready to be taken over to the Shmuseum. The colour of this from the side, the pinks, the purples, tight fit in there. But it's in. Off goes the transporter. We will try to play catch up very shortly and see it when we get back to the Shmuseum. Fast forward, we are back at the Shmuseum. The trailer has arrived as well, just pulling it in now to get it unloaded inside to join all of the others in just a moment. So let's get this opened up and get the car out to welcome it here to the Shmuseum. Sounds good, so it's time for it to exit the trailer and touch down here at the garage. Watch the colour change as it comes out into the light. Oh, look at that. Look at that. What an extraordinary colour. This is just insane, and it's going to look so good alongside the 675 LT. Well, here it is, the Lamborghini Huracan STO has arrived at the Shmuseum. I don't know what to say. Oh, there we go. Valves opened up. Absolute madness. It is, of course, parked up in the centre for the time being. How good does this thing look? There are plenty more details we need to discuss, though. Firstly, you might be wondering about number plates, because that is going to be an issue. I do have the plates correctly fitted on all of the various cars. Don't forget also the limited edition design of the t-shirt in the Cheers by Shmee on 50 shop. But for example, the front plate is going to go, well, that would be a little bit odd. It needs to be on a bracket here, and we'll work out how to use the bracket we've got, or maybe we can get a bracket that attaches under the bottom and holds it there. I know those exist as well. So I've got a little bit of time while we do the PPF and the coloured accents to work out that one. I think probably the rear plate is going to be a little bit easier. That goes straight on the bracket that we have back there. There we go. SH10 MEE on the Lamborghini Huracan STO in Viola Bast. Now I'm going to have great fun going through all of the things that I have here, all of the different documents, folders, getting the trickle charger out and plugged in, Lamborghini branded C-Tech charger, of course, and getting all of that set up. But I do need to talk for a moment about the look of the car. Now you might remember from the renders, and I talked about how this was going to be done post-delivery. The idea is to have this contrasting bright yellow against this colour. As it happens with the STO productions, effectively they didn't have the capacity with the early cars to do the original contrast pack directly from factory. As a result, if you don't order that, all of these elements are actually finished in the satin black paint. So the plan is that we will start by adding the contrast pack. That means this section around the front, that means the lower lip along the side, that means things like the end plates on the wing. We'll get to that actually in a second, and then this blade that runs all the way around the rear section as well. So that's going to be step one. Step two is then to add some more personalization. For example, to make the main center section of the roof black, to make the engine bay cover black, to make the roof snorkel. I was thinking it would go fully yellow to match, but knowing how nice it is in the exposed carbon, perhaps I might change that up a bit. We might have a spine running over the back of the shark fin, maybe the mirror caps, and then I'd like to also make this area black as well, gloss black, just to give it that lower proportion by bringing down the weight of some of the colour. And then down at the sides, there's also the idea to add a wedge almost that comes up along this line. So this would all be in the contrasting yellow, effectively around the rocker, and then that wedge would be black also. So some options to play with. I think that's going to be vinyled alongside the PPF, but hopefully it will produce the result exactly as per the renders that we saw earlier. However, it is now here, the first Lamborghini Shmeemobile. I'm very happy with the interior that I've gone for, basically keeping the colour to the outside, but just with those flashes of yellow details, the seat embroideries, the pinstriping, the 12 o'clock stripe, for example. So you do see some of the yellow from the exterior without it being over the top, because the exterior is so bold, I thought the interior would almost be a little bit too much. It would go just a little bit far too much, he says, looking at basically a pink Lamborghini. I'm not sure if there is too much in this world anymore. In any case, this is going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, it will have to go from here to get the PPF done before we'll drive it. We'll then get the plates fitted up properly, so it'll have to be transported again to do all of that, but not too complicated. And we'll have plenty of fun learning about this car, enjoying this car, going off on adventures with this car, and of course, at some point, also taking it to the good old famous Nurburgring. For today though, I'd like to say a huge thanks to Craig and the team at Lamborghini Pangbourne. This has been a long time coming, as we said earlier, probably 7 years in the making, but it's here now, my first Lambo, and this is the start of the fun with that Shmeemobile. Thank you very much also, of course, to you guys for all of your support. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. I cannot say thank you enough. But that's it for this time, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.